Aiden, you didn't mention what you were doing currently.
Is it like the next morning? Everything's fine?
Yes. Yeah, everybody got a bit drunk. Kuzon woke up with tools, with fries and stuff over him. Where's Aiden currently after his drunken tirade?
Well, considering I have the tough eat, I'm gonna assume that he's a bit more resistant. Plus, he's probably used to binge drinking with other mercenaries, so he probably stumbled to his room and he's fine in the morning. Like he's like 100%, no issues, no headaches, no nothing. He just stretches.
I'd say that's.
He's all right.
You're probably covered in a bit of ketchup, of course. Yeah, so essentially you're walking through the corridors, like Ataika's in his alcove, Thiveron's off praying, and as you...
I can just imagine his prayer, please God, give me the strength not to kill Aiden.
And as you're heading like along the place, it's rather quiet outside. Like, there's not the normal rowdiness that you had before.
Huh.
Oh, out in the dock. Normally you have your ramp down and open because it's just as secure in the hangar than it is in your ship. So.
I'm gonna take a look around, and if I don't see anything, I'm gonna look at my personal PC and check, because I'm gonna assume that the Zero Risk boys have probably finished their job and have left, and that's why it's quiet.
You do see one person there, and that is BR0.
Oh.
He's currently pushing back some tables and the like back in their place, and crates. They're getting all tidied up.
I'm gonna go out and join them and give them a hand.
So, boss, welcome back.
Yeah, good morning. Everybody all right?
Oh yeah, they're just getting ready for shipping off. You know, we've got a transport going to Absalom very soon.
Yeah, good. Good job out there, by the way. You handled yourself perfectly. No injuries, no nothing. You did a good job.
Well, we thought it best if somebody like the Jackal was just going to hold us off. There's no point in fighting him.
Yeah, fair enough. I wouldn't want to fight him either.
Well, that tidies this place up quite well. It was good working with you, boss.
Sure thing. See you back at base. Take a few days off, relax.
Understood.
Besides, the kids really miss you.
I'm sure they do. Still, I look forward to seeing you as soon as you get back to base.
Sure thing. Take care.
He gives a nod and starts heading out to the elevator to head towards the ship that's taking him home.
And then he turns his back, thinking about all the stuff that he went through over the last few days with the rest of the party, feeling a bit nostalgic actually, because he doesn't know when he's gonna be back, if ever. So, you know, he gets back to the ship and decides that if people are still sleeping, fine, let them sleep. He gets to his morning routine and starts training and keeping himself in shape.
For everybody who's on the ship as well, as you're doing your own thing, your deliveries of course did come, so anything you wanted from the Crucible is there, and also the package from the Benefactor is also sitting with them. Apparently late last night during the entire incident, they had been placed into the smuggler's hold, and with cold control of course. You can tell this because there's some mustard and ketchup on some of the containers.
Aha. The telltale sign of the drunken party last night. Gotcha.
But yes, if you're going to start heading off, did you want to take off now, or is there anything you want to do on the Adari? Remember, it's probably always going to be here, so you can always come back. It's not like you're leaving, you know, home forever.
I feel like we've done enough for a while.
And then we fly away and the Adari explodes behind us.
Boom! What did we do when we were drunk last night?
There's only mustard stains and ketchup stains everywhere.
It was like, man, I'm impressed. I don't know if I could have done that if I was conscious of what I was doing.
But as you are about to head off, Aiden, and there are somebody standing inside the docking ways before. It seems like a couple of police officers, or security officers at least.
I'm gonna try to contact Kuzon on the radio.
Kuzon, you just see you just hear the sound of like running water, and like the sound of and just like Kuzon's like splashing water on his face in the bathroom. And he's like, eh.
So, Kuzon, hypothetical question. If some policemen want to word with us, but we don't want to talk to them, if I put this fucking ship into high gear, can we escape before they close the door on us?
They don't seem to be doing anything. They're just standing by the elevator watching your ship. Like, they're literally just looking.
Isn't this weird? Didn't they say that policemen are short-handed? Why the fuck did they send 2 cops out here? Okay.
If they're looking for us, and I think we're probably pretty high priority at this point, after everything that happened.
Yeah, probably boating is a bad idea anyway. Aiden's gonna get out of the cockpit and lower the ramp and head back down into the hangar again. Good morning, officers. Can we help you with something?
They look towards each other, then back towards you. We are just making sure you have a safe trip, citizen.
Sure, thanks for that, but is that okay? I mean, I heard that is pretty understaffed. Dispatching 2 police officers seems like a bit of an overkill.
But Doyen of Security has asked us.
Well...
You never know who may try entering this hangar while you're trying to leave.
I see. Well, thanks a lot. You can go and report that everything's fine. We'll be leaving in 2 minutes. Have a good day, sir. And I'm gonna quickly get back to the ship.
He goes, however, there was one question now you are here.
Yes. What is it?
We are here to ask about who was the commanding officer of the police force when you arrived?
I believe that's so in our report, sir. Why are you asking me?
Yes, you reported a Lieutenant Rook, correct?
That is correct.
Well, he's got to pass off to his partner of his report sheet. I guess there is nothing to worry about. It is just our records do not indicate a Lieutenant Rook on the police force.
If you don't mind me asking, shouldn't you have the complete list of all the people that were there suppressing the riots? How is he not on the list?
Yes, the police officers there were only up to sergeant rank. They were meant to simply contain the riots until the end. However, it seems like this lieutenant, who's not on our records, brought you in for the suppression. Excellent work, by the way.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Well, if you excuse me then, I'll be on my way. Have a good day, officer.
And he stops you again as you're about to turn away. And just a friendly saying, while the Doyen of Security is very thankful, until the heat dies down, I think it would be safe to spend a few days, at least, away from the Adari.
Right.
Maybe a week or 2.
Right, of course. We were thinking actually of taking a vacation on Absalon for a couple of weeks, so it should be fine. Anyway, have a good day, sir.
Oh, and he stops you again as you take another step.
At this point, I'm about to bow up my hand into a fist and I'm about to go raging, but I go, yes, officer, what is it?
Have a good day.
Have a good day, sir. Fucking cocksucker.
And as you walk away, they still watch as you head back into the vehicle, getting ready to take off.
As soon as I'm up the ramp and heading towards the cockpit, I'm gonna put Kuzon on the line again and say, so, couple of things. First of all, they're kicking us out. We're not welcome here for a couple of weeks at least. Make sure to, stay out of their hair. We can thank Prava for that one.
Thiveron's not gonna be happy about that.
Yeah, I know. Just let him slip it off. He'll be fine. Don't worry, I'll do something else to piss him off and he'll forget all about it. Another fun thing, Kuzon, I might need some help with this. I'm gonna run some background checks on Lieutenant Rook. Funny thing that the police don't actually know who he is. He disappeared.
What?
Yeah.
Did we see him like bossing other police officers around?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Apparently, the police have no idea who he is, and as far as we get in that job, he's the one that we got the job, that got us the job. So, like, nobody's suspecting us of nothing, but let's just say that his involvement in all this is kind of up in the air. So, anyway, we'll be taking off in 2 minutes. I don't want to overstay our welcome more than we already have, so brace yourself.
Yeah, no, I'll Kuzon has spent this time trying to retrieve his dignity from last night, and though unsuccessful, he is in the most operable state he could be, and he'll be in the bridge and getting ready for takeoff and navigating our exit and everything.
Fair enough. And you basically head out into space. Well, you don't need a piloting check unless you are currently going to, well, navigate. You're going to navigate to your next location, and where are you going? So your smuggling stuff is going to Versus, and the other one for the Benefactor is going to Absalom.
Oh fuck, I forgot they changed the coordinates for the fucking smuggling job. Fuck! So I'm assuming we're going to Versus to get rid of the smuggling illegal stuff.
We do not want to bring this shit onto Absalom Station.
Absolutely, yeah, we're going to Versus.
Alright, please. What, are you going to use the drift drive, or are you just going to pilot yourself there?
I think we're running on a limited time budget. I think as quickly as we can get there is what we want.
Yeah, we want to get there quickly.
Roll 1d6 days.
Right.
I'll roll us.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
5.
Take you 5 days. Roll piloting check to try and reduce it if you wish to make a navigation.
There we
Go
go.
for it.
There we go. That's the good stuff.
It's going to take you about 3 days through the drift to make it to Versus.
There we go.
Not bad.
Let me check some things to make sure they progress.
In the meantime, because we're going into, you know, the fun zone, I'm gonna be spending my time basically being constantly combat ready. So in case, you know, something happens, I'm gonna have advantage on initiative kind of deal. I forgot what that thing was called. I'm gonna look it up right now, but I'm basically ready for shit hitting the fan.
As you're making this and going through the drift, the thick, almost Saturn-like purple haze in front of you splits open for a second, and you see destroyed, what looks to be a church floating by your ship. You weave through the wreckage a little as it goes past.
Don't tell Thiveron to not look outside the window. I don't think you'll like seeing that. Oh wait. Oh.
I'm sure Prava would insist on exploring this if he saw it, but he's still way too distracted with his video game practice. He's getting his fans to like give him tips on how to practice too, so that like he's really gonna be able to defeat Z whenever the time comes for their remap. I don't know what game they play. If it's a fighting game, he's getting them to teach him all the good juggles. If it's a shooting game, he's getting them to teach him the weapon spawns.
I wanna imagine that like while you're playing, Kuzon eventually like clues in that you're playing a video game, and when he gets bored, I'll like challenge you without. But I won't give you out my username. I'll just stream snipe you.
he just finds me in queue and just.
That would be really funny.
It's going to take you around about 3 days to get through the drift, and during that time, you're going to be stream sniping, playing together.
Yeah, on my on time, I'm making grenade tip bolts, and on my off time, I'm stream sniping and trolling Prava.
So on like day 2, by the way, Prava comes to you and it's like, so how long till Absalom?
Oh right. Slight change of plan.
What do you mean by that?
Guy who we're delivering stuff for. He changed the drop-off point. We have to go to Versailles. Versailles first.
Versailles? I've always wanted to go there. That's where 2 of my parents are from. But we're supposed to be going to Absalom. Z needs her medication.
Oh. Needs medication?
Well, I
She's a
shouldn't say too much to you
succubus!
about it. That's gonna... Huh. So are her suppressants like a thing that's like sold by like regular drug companies that is really expensive? Like,
Yeah.
Prava's gonna look up how much it costs for like a few days worth of her medication and whether you could source them on Verces.
You could source some, but they're worth around about, for how many you need for a trip, if you stagger them out, probably around about 200 credits.
Okay, Prava's gonna arrange to buy some of those for her when we get to Verces.
Kuzon doesn't know anything about really, so like he has no idea what you're even going on about.
It's fine, it's fine. It's not as expensive as she made it sound. I'll just pick some up for her and we'll be okay.
Allergen pills?
Yeah. Allergy medication, you know, Midol. Mm-hmm.
Bullshit!
I hate pollen.
I hate. It's like I never had pollen in the desert.
I'm sure I would hate it if I ever experienced it, however. It's one of those things that I'd probably be allergic to.
Prava, I know you're the good Samaritan type, but just be careful, okay? Don't get swoon or something. I mean...
Prava said, and he's just like, what do you mean?
No offense to her or anything, but I've seen some of the boys that visit brothels that have succubi in them, and
Sorry,
they
don't
change.
say too much more. I promised her that I wouldn't look into what succubi are.
Look, just be careful and don't hang out around her too much. If she starts looking more irresistible than usual, yeah, that's definitely a sign that you should back off.
I mean, all of my friends are cuties. I don't know what you mean.
Right. Just, you know, don't do anything you would regret later, okay?
Like, hang out and play video games?
I'm gonna look towards Kuzon and I'm making the face that Prava's the most innocent and pure and goodest boy on the fucking universe. I don't know. Aiden just doesn't know what to say.
Kuzon just kind of like gives you a look, Prava. It's like, I don't know like what all this means, but I think what Aiden might mean to say is don't do anything that Aiden would do.
Oi!
Oh, that makes much more sense. Yep, don't worry, Aiden. You and me, we're different sorts.
The fuck? Kuzon! I let you have my ketchup packets!
Ketchup packet. I bought your loyalty with ketchup. You'll find that my loyalty is much more expensive than mere ketchup.
That planet cool, by the way. Is that a bad sign?
No, I'm just showing you what the planet looks like as you're driving in.
This is what it looks like when your engine stops working, but the planet keeps getting bigger.
Wow, Verces. It's just like I heard about. I can't believe that one side's always dark like that. How do people live there?
We should probably look into... did they say if it was on the warm side or the cool side of Verces was that facility, or is it somewhere in the middle?
They said it was on the cooler side.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no, our lizard boy's gotta go into the Arctic.
It's not actually in the Arctic, it's just on the cooler side of the cities. Because this entire, green area, yeah, there's green, the cities are green, but it's basically almost an entire city. The place is just city.
I'll,
Because you can see only these parts, yeah, you got some stations here, but all of this is just cities.
Oh, okay. So it's so all the cities take part of what appears to be the more temperate parts?
Yeah, of course they do sneak into the little bit into the others, but they don't go that far, as you can see here. That's probably just a small little research company, so yeah.
Oh god, you know how people like to be weird about stuff and basically make their own clicks and shit? So on this planet it's basically, we got the hot stuff and the cold stuff, so it's between the guys that like it hot and like it cold. That's basically what they're fighting over. You came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. We like icicles here and shit. We don't like the sun. Oh god, so weird.
Brother.
We like popsicles. We like I don't know, cactus. I'm trying to think of what even the equivalent of that is. Actually, you know what it is?
No,
what happens
the cold
is
guys?
that there's a trade war, right?
Yeah.
And the guys from the deserts are always breaking into the cold guys' place and stealing their popsicles. And the guys in the cold part are always like sneaking into the desert facilities and stealing their chili peppers.
Yeah. That's what's happening, man. That's why the turf wars happen. Like the cold guys are all about drinking hot cocoa. The hot guys are all about ice cream, and that's why the war happened between them. Wow.
Okay, so essentially, as you start flying down, since you're not going to be too heavily here, I won't bother bringing up the world map. But essentially, as you come on down towards the area, you are stopped above the planet. Do you want to halt?
Yep.
Right then. So as you're there, you see the security ships like flying around, and one of them latches onto your ship. It's like, inspection, open the airlock.
Come on, man, we're in a rush. Does it really have to happen now?
It'll take 5 minutes. Ship's not that big. Hurry up.
Kuzon?
Kuzon just like a light smile. It's like, well, time to see the hull works. he's gonna just like smile like a tight, like toothy, like awkward grin of nervousness as he like opens the airlock. We stuck everything in the smuggling compartment, so it's time to put it to the test.
Yep, I guess now's a better time than ever. Let's hope it works. So yeah, we're gonna let them on board. I power down the ship and go to greet the inspectors.
Do you guys go like get Prava for this, or are you just gonna leave them to keep?
I thought at this point you'd probably be at the helm with us, aren't you? Or are you still practicing?
Yeah, no, you're right.
No.
Get close to the planet.
Even if you're not, I mean, this is important, so we will contact you on the ship's comm, so...
Cool. Prava's there waiting at the doorway for this guy to enter them.
I'll stay up at the bridge and monitor things. I'll get the I'll like turn on the cameras and everything and just like keep an eye on where they're snooping.
As a few security guards come on to your ship, you can see them starting to spread out. It's like, we detected an anomaly within your ship. We're here to see what exactly it may be.
Anomaly? Jeez, officer, I know that he is from a iffy race, but isn't that kind of excessive? You don't have to treat my boy Prava here like that.
I mean, it probably is me. Our boy Kuzon here says that I emit some pretty strange radiation, so...
Not your bug. Hey, spread out. Take a look. And they start searching through the ship, poking panels, looking throughout each area.
Can you please not damage the ship?
By the way.
Pardon?
Aiden, it's alright. They're just doing their job. Welcome aboard. Can I get you anything? A hot drink? Cold drink?
Are you attempting to distract them?
Yes. He sure is.
Let me see. What could you roll for that? Would you please roll me? What would be the best thing here?
I am doing this pretty diplomatically. I'm not trying to trick them. I'm just offering them warm drinks and hospitality.
Yeah, true. You can use diplomacy. I'll allow it. So you've actually, some of the guards are like, yeah, I'll take a drink, thanks. You won't believe how long I have to spend on that ship.
Oh, I know. Space travel can be awfully stuffy, huh? They always sell you on the amazing sights, but it's always so long between them, huh?
True. Sorry about our captain. He's had a hard day, but he doesn't particularly...
You guys are doing their jobs. We got a strange-looking ship here. We're coming down to the planet. This wasn't even our original destination. Everything's getting all whipped around out here, I'm not gonna hold it against you. Here's your drink.
Oh, thank you. You're very. I've had this experience like Sheeran before, and they've all been rather nice. I don't believe what the captain says about them.
Oh, well, all people got their opinions. No, we have a scary past. It's hard to trust us. I understand completely, you know?
That's good. Well, anyway, thanks. He drinks, and some of them they take your drink and the like, and eventually they all start converging at the airlock. It's like, okay, seems like it was just an anomaly. Well, we better get going. Remember, keep
Thank you
to
for
the
your time.
loss.
It's good to know there's people here keeping Verces safe.
Of course. Come on. And then with that, they start heading into the airlock and back on their patrol ship.
Genuine. If Kuzon had the ability to sweat, he'd be having a cold sweat right now. I want to imagine like they came up to the bridge and he's just sitting there on the controls and he's like, anything I can help you with, officer?
So, from what you know about it, this is probably the first layer of security that you've gotten past.
Yo, if they were able to detect with their like first defenses, I'm kind of worried for the next couple checkpoints.
Nah, don't worry. After the first it gets easier. Since we've already been checked once, they'll probably skim through us for the rest. Should be fine.
Right. As you start flying in, you fly in through the lighter side of the planet first, flying through the intricate buildings that's always bathed in everlight. The twilight of the buildings is rather marvelous. In fact, everything's shining almost gold through the metal as you head on down through the buildings.
Everlight sounds like the kind of thing which probably has a cult revolving around it.
You can definitely see a motif with theming of the buildings, at least.
Yeah.
A planet half bathed in light. You can see quite a few. You can see quite a few gardens. It's why even in the cities, it looks green from outer space. Seems like despite their metropolis, they do keep their green around, that's for sure. Prava,
Hi.
you, as everybody's going about their business, you start hearing something.
Like through my ears or in my head or...
It feels like it's in your head, but it's definitely from a direction. It feels as if something's calling to you. Like something asking for help.
Oh, cries for help. Prava, which direction is it in?
The cargo bay.
Prava starts without a single word, sprints out of the cockpit and towards the command room and sprints right to the cargo bay. Hello? Hello?
As
Anyone
you enter into the cargo bay, you hear, Here, help me. You hear it from the smuggler's compartment.
Prava, almost as if in a trance, just kind of walks slowly towards the smuggler's bay, slides the door open, and takes a peek inside. He lets his star go in front of him to like light up the way.
You almost recognize this voice. Deep down, you know it. But last time, it was some sort of dream. Over the past 3 days, it's not exactly been there, but like a small, tiny voice speaking to you for the past few days. Now it's just louder, calling for your help. There doesn't seem to be any movement in the smuggler's compartment. It's, very cold inside. You can see the stacks of boxes.
With my telepathic sense and try and look for another mind.
as you feel out, you see the mind. It's frantic, almost half awake. It's behind the stack of boxes where all the DNA and stuff are located.
Okay, I'm gonna start to move the boxes out of the way.
As you do, you see the creature, the one you're transporting. You weren't here for its delivery, but it's small, almost insignificant, in fact. Nothing like the mighty, horrible swarm that your hive memories spoke of. It's almost like a grub. It's the help is coming from there. On the crate itself, it looks like one of the latches are glowing red, as if disconnected.
Prava's not maternal's not the right word. Prava's host instincts are kicking in full gear here. Oh, grub, must protect, must raise. And he reaches out towards the latches.
By the way, Aiden, Kuzon, the ship's AI that you did install would have mentioned that somebody did open the smuggling compartment.
Kuzon, I got my hands full over here. Do you mind taking a look what's up?
Wait, so I gotta notice the smuggling compartment is open?
Yes, since you installed a ship's AI, I thought that it would know.
Yeah, no, and I think that's a thing I would want, but I'm taking my gun with me. I'm gonna figure out what the hell's going on.
Make sure to give me a shout out if we have unexpected guests. Since I'm assuming that compartment didn't open itself.
Prava's sending telepathic messages to the grubs, it's okay, you're safe now, you're not alone anymore.
I'm just gonna make my way there, with my gun drawn, I guess. I don't know Prava's in there, do I?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It didn't mention who, since there's no cameras in the smuggling bay, but Prava, as you do send that message, you hear one back, it's like, you come to help. You good.
I help all who ask it of me. It's the right thing to do. Tell me, what worries you most, young one?
Trapped. Unable to move. Mind. Connection to swarm. Broken.
Prava hesitates. He's like, are you like the rest of us now? Is your mind free? How do you feel? How do you think? What do you...
Alone. Swarm. Missing.
No, it's okay. You're free now. You're different. You don't have to just devour anymore.
You abandoned Swarm. Kuzon, you would probably enter at this point, seeing the small light of a star as the grubs continues to speak.
Let me show
Release
you.
me. I will not tell of your location.
Prava grabs one of the latches just as Kuzon walks up behind him.
You just hear Kuzon pointing. I'm just pointing my long arms. It's like, Prava, what are you doing?
It calls out to me. It asks for aid. Look, such a young one, untouched. Its connection to the swarm broken. Maybe this is a chance for us to learn how to bring more Shirin free.
Get away from the box, Prava. You're creeping me out.
Prava's just kind of gonna try to just give some basic words to this grub. He's gonna just tell me what you want to say to him, and I will relay the message.
I will not devour your world.
Prava immediately makes a mind connection to Kuzon and transmit the message in the exact same tone of voice as the grub that relays it.
So it's like, I will not devour your world. I will not make contact. I will leave your planet in peace.
What? Prava, like, think about this. Like, what?
Can I make an insight roll into this creature? Can I make a
You may make an insight, yes. Essentially,
sense motive?
let's see. It's a child, despite there not being any. Well, really, it's probably only the shivering from them. Give it like you can understand them. So, really, your perspective's the only one that can really understand these creatures.
He was
But-
born outside the swarm. He has no connection to the hive. He's a blank slate, just like the first Shirin who were liberated. He could be a way forward for the rest of our kind.
Kuzon doesn't like this at all.
Prava like takes his hands away from the machine and like turns around to face Kuzon, but then uses gravity hold to telekinetically start undoing the latches, while like standing in the way so that Kuzon can't see what he's doing.
You could roll. By the way, Aiden, you probably got there in time. Either of you could probably roll perception if you can hear the latches. I'm going to say because it's not a very silent operation to undo armored latches.
I mean, I'm not even thinking that Aiden will throw perception. Like, from what Kuzon was saying, I'm gonna assume that something's wrong with Prava and he's about to fuck up the mission that we were warned. Do not fucking touch anything there. So I don't even wanna roll perception. I'm immediately gonna fucking tackle him as soon as I get the chance to get him in my vision.
Kuzon's between you and Prava, of course.
So yeah, I know, that's why I'm not doing anything yet. I'm trying, that's why I said I'm stealthing. I'm trying to position myself somewhere.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Release. You hear as one of the latches drop. Inside
Prava,
your voice, inside your head, Prava, you say yes.
I'm. You're gonna see Kuzon's like Kuzon's exocortex engage as I like target you. I'm just like, you're compromising us right now. You realize that you've opened up the smuggler's compartment while we're under surface, right? Like if we're lucky, we can just put everything back as it was, close this door, and we won't have any authorities walking in on us. You can't do things like this without consulting the crew.
They're trying to stop you. They deserve to be devoured.
Hey, they're my friends. Don't say stuff like that. Prava slams the latch shut.
No.
Now listen here. You're but a young grub, and I don't feel right turning you in to be a research subject, but like, none of that devouring stuff.
Always betrayer. Free I shall be, and the hive will descend upon you.
All right, young man, you're going back into stasis for now until you think about what you've done.
You betrayed once more. Will devour all of you.
The swarm is not my people. The packed worlds are my people. I've betrayed nobody.
You will perish along with them. And as he's saying that, of course, since the last latch was properly engaged again, slowly it's dying off as it goes, you will be devoured, as a stasis kicks in.
Who undid the first latch in the first place? If this thing was still closed, it never could have reached out to me.
you just see Kuzon like huge sigh of relief as I see the latch get re-engaged again. It's like, what the hell was that?
Well, I heard a young voice call out to me, asking for help, and when I followed it here, this guy was awake. Someone must have came in and messed with the latch beforehand.
Wait, you weren't the one that opened up the smuggler's compartment?
I opened the smuggler's compartment, but when I came in, the latch was red hot and open.
Shit. I'm gonna pull out my, like, my radiation scanning equipment. Like, if he's saying it's red hot, I'm just gonna see if I can detect, like, an energy signature or anything like that.
Oh yeah, it detects, doesn't it? As you scan it over, it seemingly was affected. Like, of course, there's small radiation leak from the stasis power and stuff like that, but it seems like it's been that way for a while with your scanning equipment. For instance, it's basically bathed the small area that you're in. Not really dangerous to you. It's not, of course, stasis energy isn't, but the radiation is still there.
Wait, so like this is like lingering radiation that may have been here before we even got this crate?
Not before, but the thing is, the crate has been open maybe even since you got it. Like, cracked open, and slowly the stasis has been dying off.
I'll turn to Aiden, and I imagine at this point Aiden's just around the corner. It's like, I think the crate was. I hadn't realized it. I feel like a moron for not looking over this. I think the crate was compromised when we got it. I think the seal has been failing.
Kuzon, well, you're an expert engineer. Run a few tests on that thing and see if you can't maintain it. I'm gonna go back to the bridge and see if I can get us through customs as fast as possible. Let's unload this thing first chance we get. Keep an eye on it from now on.
Yeah, I'll fucking weld it shut if I got to.
Prava, you gonna be okay?
It seemed so sincere when it asked for help, but it turned to violence so quickly. Is this what we shear and are to our core?
I'm gonna look towards Kuzon, not saying anything, but Aiden's face is basically saying, can you handle this situation while I'm at the bridge?
Having identity crisis right now.
I'll try to work on sealing up the box. And like if I have to tell them to use like a saw in order to open this thing up, like if I have to like seal it with my welder or something like that, I will. I'm like, Kuzon's freaked out by what the fuck just happened.
You see that Aiden's a bit reluctant to leave you with this problem and with Prava right now, but somebody needs to get back to the bridge, so he starts double timing it back and he just mumbles under his breath, "Damn it, Thiveron, of all the times for you to start praying."
Yeah, so I guess my question is, can I, maybe not, but do I get the impression that like maybe the anomaly that they were detecting was the broken seal on this box?
If that's the conclusion you came to, of course, given that they detected an anomaly in the first place, a leak like this may have been the reason.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what Kuzon thinks anyway. And it's like he kind of feels stupid for not checking on it at this point before they loaded it and after they indicated there was an anomaly. But you know, we learn from our mistakes, and I'm gonna get to sealing this box back up.
Would you like to roll engineering to see how well you do it? And I suspect you may talk to Prava while you're doing it.
Yeah.
Alright, so you are able to actually re-engage it normally. If you got rolled low, then you would have basically welded it shut, but you can shut it normally.
Yeah, I'll be like I saying. So it's like, so what happened, Prava? You said this thing contacted you?
Yeah, it called out through our racial sense of telepathy, and it wanted help so desperately. It called for any mind like it could find. I don't think it could tell I was a Sheeran. He kind of sounded surprised when I told him that I was one of the ones that broke off from the collective.
Ugh. It's I love you, Prava, but this is some eldritch shit.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything much scarier than the swarm. Sorry I was gonna listen to it, it just sounded so.
I mean, if this box was leaking and this thing was in our heads, it probably spent all that time trying to figure out how to appeal to us, if you ask me. Seems like it was just waiting for its moment. Bad time, too. We were just about to cross customs.
Yeah, let's get the hatch shut quickly before it gets noticed.
I'll, you tell just like, Kuzon just like, is like sealing everything back up and trying to make it look like as inconspicuous as possible. And it's like, I think as a security protocol, we need to put some kind of password or something on this door. No offense, Prava, but you scared the shit out of us, and you may have, we'll see, but that could have costed us the job.
I mean, it was already open before I got to it, so I mean...
Well, yeah, but you opened up the smuggler's compartment. You compromised the signal dampening of it.
You're right, I'm sorry. For now, should we contact the Benefactor? I think he should know that, like, this happened. Maybe the delivery guy was not to be trusted. Maybe...
I mean, that's what... shit. Yeah. I mean, at minimum, the Benefactor should know that apparently he's entrusting extremely... Like, best case scenario, he's entrusting one of the most dangerous things in the universe to a bunch of amateurs who don't know how to properly, like, seal anything. And worst case scenario, you're right, and it was they're fucking with us. Like, I don't think either scenario is any good.
Let's hope it's incompetence, but I'll get in touch with Elabor.
Right, so, Prava, Z, of course, has come up to you wondering if you're alright and what was happening. And while you guys are heading towards the checkpoint, they are going to start scanning you as you go past. I'm going to roll.
Thanks for the concern, Z. I'm fine. Just, some of our cargo was a little psychically active. Triggered some instincts in me. I'm okay now. It's, did anyone tell you that, there was a change in our destination? We're at Verces now, not Absalom.
Yeah, I noticed throughout the window.
Yeah, sorry, I should have came and talked to you as soon as I realized.
It's fine, I have enough alcohol to hold out until then.
No, not to worry. I've actually arranged. A friend of mine got me a discount on some suppressants.
Huh?
I should be getting a few days worth as soon as we land on the planet. Got a delivery scheduled already and everything.
Wait, I can't accept that.
What are you talking about? We're friends, of course you can. And really, it cost me almost nothing at all. Weren't nearly as expensive as you made it sound.
As you were talking about that, you hear the low hum of the scanner as you pass through the checkpoint. Doesn't seem like they noticed anything. And as...
Good job on the patchwork, Kuzon.
And as you say that to Z, she goes, oh, well, it is when you don't have any money whatsoever.
Okay, I've got savings in spades. It's nothing to worry about. I'm not really interested in material things anyway. I don't know what I'd ever spend it on.
Thanks. That means a lot. And by this point, as you're flying into the colder regions of the planet, the city slowly takes on a more silvery tone. Some more different colored plants, some spottier here and there due to infrequency, and you do see the building off in the distance where you have to land.
Looks like the landing point's over there. The city's very interesting. I haven't seen architecture quite like this, have you?
Oh, this? Because the two cities were built, I think. I'm trying to remember my studies. Yeah, it's because the two different cities were basically built by two different companies because they needed different environments. The more elongated and straight buildings of the cold side absorb whatever light they can.
Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't know you were so knowledgeable about the Pact Worlds. Did they make you take like a study for immigration? Or?
She nods. It's like, yeah, I had to study quite a bit in order to confirm that I, well, wasn't an average succubus.
Don't know what that means, but I'm glad that my friends are all extraordinary.
She smiles again at that. Anyway, it looks like you're landing. You can likely just... If you did order them from the local pharmacy, then you can probably wait for the delivery drone.
Yeah, I'll just contact the company now and confirm our landing point, and should be here within the hour, I hope.
Thank you. Head back to my room for the time being. I can't step out on the planet without, you know...
Yeah, I'll come see you soon.
She nods and heads back to her room. Aiden, you are
Yes.
going to fly down and land, are you?
Yeah, considering we just had some problems and we've been through a couple of custom checks, I just want to unload this thing as quickly as possible. So I'm putting in extra effort to make sure we get to our drop-off point as soon as we can.
I think we need to talk to the Benefactor before he dropped us off.
You think that's
I
a
think
good
we need
idea?
to. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, I think
important.
it's the best idea.
We might, because like we might just get to the point where it's like, what was the motivation of even getting this?
And also, like,
change.
who was the one who told us about the change in location?
It was
Maybe that
the nervous guy.
But here's the thing,
Yeah.
that wasn't his idea. He didn't like it at all either. So obviously the
Yeah.
people above him are the ones that either fucked up this thing on purpose because they were trying to cause some problems, or the people above him just really didn't care in what condition this thing gets delivered. We got it, we delivered it, our mission's done, that's it. But if you guys want to complicate things, he's not gonna stop you.
As Aiden like gives that speech, Prava's like dialing the numbers, like yep.
And as you do, of course, Elibor, her turn is on the screen. Rather fast pickup at that, given her track record.
Hey girl, hey, what's up?
Ah, Prava.
Yeah, sorry this isn't a pleasure call. This is gonna be a business call here. We've had some complications over on our end.
Complications? Is there something wrong with a package we sent you?
Yeah, we picked up the cargo, we got it into our ship alright, but guess we didn't take a good look at it right away. Package was open when we got it.
Someone opened the paper package?
Well, one of
did you
the
see what then?
latches on it was
She
open.
seems... When you say latches,
Prava,
she seems confused.
Prava, the Benefactor gave us a different package. This is from the guy we're doing a favor to.
Sorry. Yeah. No, it's not about that package. It's about remember I called you, asked you about a sketchy guy looking for a favor from the Benefactor?
Oh.
Gave us
I
a
understand.
research sample.
I
Yeah,
understand now.
the research sample was how much do you know about it? Do you know what the package? It's a swarm-born.
Yes, we do know what it contained.
Well, it was
I,
open and it spoke to me.
Yeah, it's like I found a latent radiation signature on it, and I should have. It's like I should have checked it, but one of the seal was compromised, and the Swarmborn was sending messages throughout the ship. It's like I don't know if I can attribute the state I found the box in a simple like safety, failure check for safety, or otherwise. But if you decide to take favors from these people in the future, we nearly got in a lot of trouble. I fixed up the crate. We sealed it back up. We've been able to pass both checkpoints with it, and everything appears to be cool. We haven't been discovered, but it nearly compromised the whole thing.
And you rang because you expected it to be sabotage or otherwise.
Well, we just want you to have the information so that if something goes wrong with this in the future, you know to like look into the people that were involved. You know what I mean?
Well, I can tell the research has only involved, well, I wouldn't say good, but definitely not in the darker areas of science.
What could they want with a Swarmborn, though? This thing's basically a child.
As much as I do hate to say this in front of you, Prava, I suspect dissection. Dissection or forced evolution to discover weaknesses within certain variances in the swarm to do battle with them.
No, you don't have to cut corners for me. You don't have to say it softly. I tried to give this creature a trusting chance, but it turned to devouring and violence so quickly.
She does give a nod. I understand. Hope that there may be more Shirin-like part of a swarm. It's a hope that I can at least empathize with. But overall, the swarm is a horrid creature.
You called me a traitor.
I'll just say it's like you're a valuable member of this team, Prava. You made me shit myself, but you know, it's obvious that you didn't put the safety of the Swarmborn with the safety of your crew, and you know, we're your swarm now, I guess. Awkward smile.
Rather inelegant way to put it.
Not the way I'd want you to say it, but I appreciate your message.
Yes, I feel like he is correct, Prava.
I just wish that the others of the swarm could live like we've learned to, you know? I feel like they'd be a lot happier, not just destroying everything.
Maybe this research will turn a new eye to breaking the connection. Who knows?
So it is definitely the original recipients that we're meeting here. This isn't some
Correct.
weird interception. Okay.
That is
That's
correct, but the only strange thing is how Absalom became high alert to their activities in the first place.
Well, I think before we drop this thing off, we're gonna try to pierce, like, to get them, push them for what they know.
I understand. Is there anything you wish to say to me or directly to the Benefactor?
No, we've wasted enough of your time, Ella.
Well, feel free to call me whenever you wish. Mr. Aiden, Mr. Kuzon, and Prava. Have a good day.
Bye!
And she does give a small wave before she vanishes.
Whew.
Always calms me down to talk to that girl. What a hard worker.
If you say so.
So I think we're gonna, when we go to do this drop off, I think we need to grill them for why they even made us come here.
I agree. Everything about this sounds fishy. Honestly, don't think we should have took this job. Getting involved with the swarm, not a good idea.
You guys all seem so buzzed about this swarm. I've never seen it. What's the big deal?
I mean, nobody who sees it lives.
Yeah.
I mean, as a mercenary, if you want to roll per profession,
Oh, okay. Let's do that. That sounds fun.
from what you know, from stories and the like from people, for people that return from the warfront with the swarm are PTSD-ridden husks. Well, most don't return.
Which means they're paid very well.
Oh yeah,
Oh boy.
very, very, very well.
Now I'm kinda curious. But never mind that right now.
Imagine thousands of me, but twice the size, ripping and tearing through the flesh of everything it sees.
It's the handsomest takeover possible.
As you're like all joking around, you finally come onto the landing platform. Below you see a single person in armor surrounded by at least 10 droids.
Right. Before we land, Kuzon, you mind getting some, you know, programs in order in case those bots become a little bit violent? Because I'm thinking if you guys wanna grill that dude, things might get a little bit dicey. And to be honest with you guys, considering the extra trouble we went through, I feel like our mission payout just got bigger. I don't think we're being paid enough for this job. And if he wants his package, he better cough up some extra dough.
Alright, let's go talk to this guy. And Prava heads to the latch.
As you land down on a platform, the metal of the building squeaks just a little under the weight. And as the ramp opens up, your own robots start taking out the cargo, which is then passed on to the other robots of the guy who's just standing there. He seems to be pretty heavily armored and heavily armed.
Were we given any like call sign, signal, anything that we can, you know, verify who we are? So you know, we don't just talk to some random dude that doesn't know what's going on. You know, are we given
yes, I was
something?
gonna like make like a telepathic connection to this guy and speak from like the full 30 feet away. Like, you here for any particular purpose?
Yes, I am. And as he says that, you know that he is oh so shivering under all that armor.
Hello, brother. So you're here for Prava kind of lets him answer like himself what he's here for. You know,
The cargo, yes. Do not worry, I have this. And he like has some sort of key with him, and he moves up to one of the crates, literally ripping it open, and then digging in to pull out a smaller box to place on the table. That's like set up.
Pretty well geared for a courier job, brother.
Just in case anything happened.
Well, yeah, I'd say a lot of stuff happened. How well do you know the guys who delivered this to us?
The ones they come from, they are unknown to me. I am not one of the ones who ordered. And as he says that, he puts the key into the lock, and it seems to be some sort of encryption key as the box suddenly pops open, and he pulls out a data pad, which he starts typing on.
Well, we just, we're really worried about this job, you know? We don't think the compensation's enough after the trouble we went through. When we got the package, it was compromised.
We almost got caught by the local authorities as well because of the compromised package.
Package was compromised.
Yeah,
Can
when
you explain
we received
how?
the package, the top latch was open, and the creature inside was able to exit stasis.
He's looking down towards the creature's stasis containment thing being pulled out now, and he looks nervous about that prospect.
I had to
He does not
talk
like being near it.
to a swarmborn. It spoke to me.
He's gonna tap once more on the data pad and basically show you the order has been complete. Basically, this is confirming that he is the one you're meant to be talking to. Your money has been transferred.
Not worried about that last tidbit there?
As he does that and looks back at the data pad, the fact that you talk to it and yet are still yourself means that it wasn't one of the higher functioning ones. You're lucky.
It didn't seem to have a connection to the swarm at all. It was desperately calling out for help to anyone who could listen.
If you could understand it, then it must have been a future brain bug, or so they've nicknamed it. They are what the Shirin used to be. Go to worlds, have them lower their defenses, slowly feed from the inside out. That's how they used to work. And with that, he literally tosses the data pad off of the building, and you hear a few seconds later as it detonates in the air.
If you're taking that thing with you, I want some data on this. I want to know everything you guys know about the swarm.
You wish data from us?
I mean, what we wanted to know was we wanted to know why the drop-off location changed.
He actually turns towards you, Kuzon, he's not actually talking aloud. Essentially, I'm assuming that Prava's like communicating for him.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's,
I'm gonna point my metal hand at him, and it's like, this is all very conspicuous. I want to know why you gave us a last minute drop off point change.
From what I know, the change was different. Some reason the Absalom security became wary of us. We were unable to move, so we moved the lab here to Verces.
I'm saying if I wasn't such an accomplished technician and familiar with how to repair one of these seals, we would have been stuck on planet with this thing.
If the creature got out, you would have killed it, and we would not have been able to study it.
Either that, or we would have been in prison for a very long time.
Correct.
I'm gonna sense motive this guy. Is everything he's been saying been true?
Go ahead and sense motive. What he's been saying seems to be true. He seems to be speaking as somebody who's as much as a middleman as you guys are.
Can I get, like, the contact information for your direct supervisor or the person who put us on this track here? I'd like to speak to someone who isn't in the middle of all this.
I would have to talk with him about contacting you on this situation. I am not authorized to give out such information willingly.
Of course, please, go ahead and contact them.
He nods and basically takes a few steps back and contacts them from within the helmet.
Don't like a thing about this. It's a bad situation all around.
I just like the audacity of Prava. I'm just the delivery boy, but fuck it, I want to know all about your organization and what you're doing.
Yeah, he's got a very keen interest now in all this going on. Alright, this bug talks. This bug wants the swarm to devour us all. They seem to know what kind of swarm it is. Maybe it was a brain bug. It's a lot of information that most Sheeran don't have on the swarm.
He starts coming back. A private link will be provided to you. This is in the interest of finding out the party who may have caused this. However, it could have been down to sheer incompetence. We shall see.
Could be, but when it's something this important, we gotta check every lead.
You'll be provided one. For now, our business is concluded. And with that, he's gonna turn away and start heading with the droids and the cargo they took.
Aiden looks unamused, but he is gonna drop it because this guy is not somebody you can squeeze out for a bonus. So he just lets it go.
Yeah, Prava's gonna open up that secure link he received. He's immediately gonna place a call.
So as you're getting on the ship, you're immediately placing the call to the person who contacted you?
Oh, yes.
I suspect you are the one who contacted me.
That's right. I'm the captain of the ship that, tell me, how much do you know about your suppliers?
Oh, we received this from the Adari's, complex.
Huh, is that like their research organization? Is that their...
Not much is known about the complex, but this data, along with data from other planets of the Packed Worlds, was collected within the Adari.
When we received the package, it was compromised.
I see. Seems like some investigation is in order.
No doubt, yes. This creature, when we received it, was awake and active. It was making psychic links, it was trying to communicate, it was trying to break free. This was a danger to me and my crew.
Interesting. If you ever wish to communicate it with again, we could set up some tests if you desire.
Prava wasn't expecting that offer. He's taken aback for a second. He's like, I think I would. It was almost childlike. It was different from anything I ever spoke to it.
Interesting.
But it still has the instincts of the swarm. It still has the destructive nature. It's still a threat and a danger to everyone around it.
It would help us discover more about its connection to high forms. But for now, I think the investigation will come.
This was also a really quick change of location here. Me and my crew feel like we haven't been compensated enough for this job. The danger and the unexpected nature. If you want us to have a working relationship in the future, we're going to need to do some patching up here. Would you be able to share some of the information you have on the Swarm?
Vidala, that is what you desire? He seems taken aback by that thing as well. Such data would have been made public sooner or later. However, I could see if you agree to communicate with a creature in sending some data.
You have a deal. Once you have the creature secure, next time we're in the area, I'll come around and participate in your tests.
Then that should be the payment for the tests. Enjoy the trip out of planet.
Prava ends the communication line. He's like, holy shit, that guy was creepy.
Would have been much simpler if we just unwalled the crate, said nothing.
Yeah, look, I'm happy I made that call, alright? At least now I know a little bit more about who we're working with here. Now, where's my other delivery?
Yes, as you've been making this, a small drone has made its way up to your ship. You hear it like beep beep, beep beep, beep beep.
Ah, good. Something I'm actually happy to see. Prava runs over to the drone and he gets his package.
It drops down a small little signing pad which you can put your thumbprint on to pay.
Very well, 200 credits off to you.
And with that, it opens up its little chute, and just from one of its arms, it extends like what appears to be some sort of box.
Okay, Prava doesn't mess with it too much. He just takes the box and he goes right in to give it to Z. He knows that she's been waiting on this stuff for a while.
And with that, the droid floats off down the building. Woof. Z is probably very happy to obtain the box. You can see her like all giddy as she reaches out for it. And Aiden and Kuzon, are you going to be taking off in a ship?
Yeah, the sooner we're off-world, the better. Gotta head back to Absalom.
Get the hell out of here.
Alright then, so you basically take off from Versius, following the same route, given the lack of detection, and you've already been through. Once you only have to go through one set of screening as you get back out of planet.
Actually, I was gonna ask before we do leave Versus, like, are there some commodities that usually get sent to Absalom there, something that we can buy at a good price? Because we technically are a cargo ship, we might bring a bit of cargo with us.
Yes, you get your money back and whatever you split from 350.
Oh, would you look at that?
Oh shit.
We really wanted to get out. Do you
want to try to decrease that even more?
Yeah, let's try. No, I'm just kidding. How can you decrease it more than that? Is that possible?
I don't even think you would actually meet anything.
Fuck it, I'll roll anyway, just because
Turns
it's
out
hilarious.
Absalom's
40!
Versus today.
When do we arrive? With a 40.
You literally just have to take a small sleep before you're back in Absalom. Like, I'm not even going to bring you onto the drift area, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, you're in and out, like, through a nap. No, not exactly a nap, like, around about, what,
Hey.
16 hours, so a nap, breakfast, you know.
Now guys, imagine if we had 10 times the capital to invest. We would have made 3,000 credits in literally a nap.
Exactly. And that's why some people buy the biggest ship they can and just fill it with cargo space.
I mean, honestly, we can just go out, take a loan, buy a huge supply of shit, make a profit run, pay off the debt, and oh boy, we're in the money, baby.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think this is the first legitimate. Well, no, I don't think it's the first not illegal job we took, but it's like
Your computer.
This is the first. Yeah. Well, except for the fact that we had forged our licenses.
Honestly, I'd be doing this shit more often, but Aiden's a mercenary, not a trader, so I'm like, I don't wanna, you know, put my hands in too many jars, so...
Free money's free money though, dog.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just do it on the side. Nothing's stopping you. So yeah, you get to Absalom Station and sell off the stuff at a small markup.
That
Okay,
felt really good, guys. Didn't have to shoot a single person for that paycheck.
not gonna
Oh my
lie,
God. Paycheck is not full of blood.
not gonna lie, Prava, I feel like you're more suited to this kind of job, you know? You've got a way with words. I feel like you turn up more of a profit working as a, you know, trader.
I want to imagine if we took the art. It's like, oh no, the art box is compromised and it's leaking art creativity radiation.
The fuck even?
The art spoke to me and it said, "Destroy the galaxy."
Everything's fine. Fine.
It's just every single box we ever put on our ship from now on is leaking.
Wait,
I should have. I feel bad. I should have clued in when they said they spotted an anomaly. I should have looked over the box.
Kuzon,
I think Kuzon's remembering that.
Kuzon, you
future.
fucked up
your
again,
fault.
dude. You fucked up again. You said like I'm never gonna make this mistake. I'm always gonna check. Did you check the art statues? What if there was something smuggled inside their butts? What if there's a group that wants to conquer the galaxy there?
I think I assumed it was what we were doing is pretty legitimate. I don't think I would have scanned the art supplies for fucking a bug.
What if there's a fucking, I don't know, a nuclear stick inside the penis? What if the penis is fake? It's hollowed out and inside nuclear radiation?
I wouldn't want to get caught like trying to deliver a trying to deliver a fake penis. That can land you a lot of jail time if the penis is fake.
So we're
For a
we're on Absalom now,
forgery.
or are we on the way to Absalom? What's our location?
You have officially starting to land in Absalom.
Okay. As soon as we enter into like the orbit, Prava's gonna go knock on Z's door.
As Z comes out, she's looking much better, though still scruffy as she always is. You can tell that she looks much healthier. Her skin's much more fair. She has a patch on her like arm. Yeah, she's like, Prava, hello.
Oh, already such an improvement. I'm glad that my spending could help you. We've actually made it to Absalom way ahead of schedule. We're just entering orbit now.
Thank you. I promise to pay you back.
No, don't worry about it. Again, just doing friends since. So is this the end of your trip with us then? Are you going to be on Absalom Station for a while?
Well, I'm probably going to be living here for the foreseeable future, but doesn't mean we can't still see each other, right?
Yeah, of course. Anytime I'm on the station, I'll be happy to visit you.
Good. I look forward to it.
Speaking of which, Aiden was gonna go and check on her now that they've landed as well, so at some point when it's convenient for you guys, just say Aiden popped in.
Aiden pops into like Prava giving like a goodbye hug, basically. Just like, we're gonna miss having you around. It was always nice to have someone to game with.
You keep talking like that's about to end, like she's not going away. Besides, we come to Absalom Station all the time, Prava. Speaking of which, I'm gonna take out one of my business cards and hand it over to her. Here.
What's this? She says she takes it from you.
There's an address on the back. If you need a place to hang out and, you know, get back on your feet, just tell the scary lady at the door that you're one of my French girls. She'll understand. I'm joking.
It's like she's like, okay.
I'm joking.
Well, well, okay. I guess it's worth a shot. Friends on the station and all.
Besides, that way, whenever we're on the station, probably will know where to find you and you guys can keep gaming. We've got plenty well, let's say miscreants in there. Many of them like games. Might as well you will keep them entertained and stuff. They'll keep you busy if you've got nothing else to do. At the very least, you won't be cooped up in your room all the time. You actually have somebody to interact with.
Well, I guess that's true, but I'll see what happens with the immigration stuff first. Don't know how it's really gonna work, to be honest.
Don't worry about that. I think I've got some boys that can pull some strings with that as well. Besides, you don't strike me as the, you know, typical kind of person, so should be fine. Should be fine.
Well, that's good to know at least. But thank you for everything you've done.
I don't sweat it. Anyway, I'll be off. Prava, don't do anything I wanna do. And he gives him like
Prava just kind of gives him a blank stare. And he's like, so yeah, Z, here's my contact information. I'll get in touch with me once you have a method of communication, once you have a communicator of your own, or email. And here, he also writes down Dia's number. And it's like, one of my good friends owns a small restaurant around here. It's always good to have friends in the station. Her name's Dia. If we ever go out in a girls' night... he kind of looks towards Aiden.
oh, Aiden already left, he didn't hear you.
Okay,
Good.
yeah, if you ever want to go out for a girls' night, just get in contact with me and Dia, and we'll be ready to... She knows all the good sites in the station. She's lived here her whole life.
Thank you. Honestly, maybe it was better I met all of you as opposed to, well, just flying here normally. Now I have contacts, friends, and a possible place to stay.
Yeah, if you need Aiden's contacts and they seems kind of sketchy, I'm sure my girl Dia can help you out too.
It's fine. Aiden's a nice person. Maybe a bit rough around the edges, but he's a good person. I trust him.
Could do without the casual racism and the casual sexual harassment, but hey, nobody's perfect.
He has a good heart. I think that's all that really matters.
Alright, well, this is it for now, I guess. And hope I'll see you soon.
She gives you a tight hug for a moment before taking a deep breath as she's about to head off into Absalom.
Good luck with immigration.
Thanks. She gives you a wave as she's putting her stuff behind her and getting off of the ramp and finally into the docking area of the Absalom, which she immediately has to go up to the security, which you could probably guess was immigration.
The ship's gonna be so lonely without her.
So at the end, did you manage to beat her?
No, she's way too good. 1 week of experience, not close enough.
Next time.
2 weeks though.
Oh, that's the right
2 weeks
mentality.
class.
She'll probably be practicing with a lot of the kids back at Zero Risk Security Vault, so she might be growing stronger herself.
Practicing against amateurs can only make you worse. I've only played with the best of the best.
Wow, Prava, for somebody who's so against violence, you sure know how to dish it out sometimes.
Simulated violence is different. Nobody actually gets hurt. Unless... Do NPCs have feelings?
I don't know, man. I watched some of your streams, and there was this one mysterious stranger that kept going in and absolutely destroying you.
Yeah, Lizards for Life destroyed.
I mean, if you think about it, that sounds like a very interesting story. You've heard about it many times from our mercenaries, like people going through extreme situations, getting to know each other, love blooms. But can love truly bloom on the battlefield?
Probably.
Everybody just looks towards him. But fuck.
This fucking guy, though. Right, so what other pressing business did we have here on Absalom?
Aiden coughs as he tries to remind Prava that the Benefactor actually gave us a package.
Yeah, I think we were just here to pick up a package. But, honestly, I think this is a good opportunity. We'll start with the package next session, and then go out and deliver it.
Almost exactly 3. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Emotional farewell.